know what the direction is and what you're trying to execute, then by all means, man, like don't let nobody step on what you're trying to create.
Well, it's not. But if I've been a nuisance, intentionally. I've been an intentional nuisance to the company because it's fun, right? But then it's fun. But then when you take a step back and you're like, okay, like enough. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, enough, Flip. Let's get it together. So then you try to work together. Season one, I didn't allow anybody to really dictate, help, or give me any ideas or opinions. This time it was like, all right, we're gonna do it like this, let's do it like that, let's do it like that. And I just because what happens is if it doesn't do good, right, I'm gonna end up feeling I said this on Patreon, I'm gonna end up feeling like it's intentionally done. And once I feel that way, I'm gonna shut down and go crazy. And I don't wanna do that. So I need to just be a person that put everything that I want to do down and present it and see how it can work. What I mean, that's just what it is.
Well, I think that your value, this is my perspective at least,
Okay, sure.
your value is the is the nuisance, is the disruption, is that's what you bring to the table. So although you may have felt like I've been a nuisance this whole time, let me try to capitulate, step back and try to like play ball. I think the whole reason why Improper Improv was a success the first go around was because of that. Was because you were you were disrupting, you were doing whatever you wanted to do, and not necessarily listening to the outside noise. So
True. Yeah, and that's what I think I gotta get. We're working on getting back to the core. I mean, shampoo was great. I like Back Woody. Back Woody did great. Parks, of course, but just getting more like getting a grip of what I want to do, how I want to do it, how I want the product to be put out there if I'm attached to it. Because I would hate like what I don't want to do is that I don't want it to be solely relied on Joe's presence.
yeah,
Right? I don't want it to be Joe like, oh, Joe is not there, so this is because I'm not. I'm saying, and on top of that, like, I just don't want to react. To be honest, I don't want to react, man. I just don't want to. I don't want to react because if I react, there's no stopping my reaction.
you almost threw that actor up out of there.
Yeah, he was getting me tight, and that's another thing. Like another thing about it, I have an issue with that. Is like an actor, right? Who told anyone that was an actor? If you understand what I'm saying, like how would anybody know that was an actor? Who was communicating like, yo, this guy's an actor?
Well, I think it was, at least from my perspective, I think it was kind of clear that that guy was no real therapist. If he
Based
was, then I wouldn't pay for his services.
based off of what though? Like it was you just what the things that he was talking about? Like because
Thing,
I could
things he was
just
talking about. I
got it.
mean, yeah, the things he was talking about, the way he was talking, like,
Okay,
and it just
because I
didn't
started to
feel
get
like it.
I started to get mad and say if niggas is communicating further if niggas is communicating with anybody on the outside and the outside sources, I'm gonna flip out too. So
True.
I'm just looking for things to flip out on. But but I take 100% accountability for and the show isn't bad though. Like the show's not bad. It wasn't bad. It has the audience. There's the audience that like it, and there's the audience that don't. You know what I mean? The people that know who QueenzFlip is, like, oh, I've seen this before. And some of the people that don't, they're like, I don't really like it. It wasn't bad. The numbers is up with 110,000, like it's growing. So it wasn't bad. It just wasn't to my standards of how I wanted it to be. I can say that, and I take 100% accountability. And I have to be able to just go back to the drawing board and put something together. It just wasn't to my liking at
Well,
all.
can I offer a creative opinion?
Of course.
I think that you thrive, or your strong point is dunking the ball, right? Like somebody lobbed that shit up to you, you dunk that shit. I feel like on your improper improv, you might try to find somebody, not shampoo, no disrespect, not
Hmm.
him,
Hmm.
but somebody who can keep the flow of the show going and lob up the segments, lob up your your creative content,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be like a female host, a male host, something along the lines of like a, I don't know, just something
Not,
to where it lets you be more, not necessarily in control of how the show is flowing, but just lets you react, and
yeah,
somebody else can kind of
exactly.
control the
And
segments.
I mean, that's what I mean. Even on my new journey and my rebrand is to not do anything like that's my rebrand, right? I don't want to do that crazy shit no more. I don't want to do nothing crazy. Like that's been my whole rebrand. So I bring in characters that's willing to do the crazy shit. The thing about it is that it cannot drag on.
Yeah,
It can't drag on. It needs to be a boom, 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 boom. I need to go back to the, I'm going back to the cooking. I'm going back to the jerk chicken. I'm going back to what I know and what I want to do. And if I can't do what I want to do, I'm not going to do it at all.
yeah,
If I can't do what I want to do, but I do agree with that. Like, cause that's what I was working on. I've been this whole weekend. I've been looking for a female guest, special host. You know what I mean? I've been looking for different things. I've been wanting to get back to topics because a lot of topics that I'm wanting to talk about, I can't talk about on the pod
yeah.
because I'm not allowed. Joe has created a system where we have to follow guidelines and sponsorships on on the particular Joe Budden podcast. You know what I mean? He has his
Hmm.
way of he doing it, and I don't want to go against that. But when it comes to QueenzFlip sitting down, I want to do what the fuck I want to do. Period. Anything I'm a part of, and so that's just what I'm working on now, man. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Like Backwoody did great to me. Shampoo did great. I like Backwoody because he's willing to push the lines. He's willing to do what I wanted to do, but I would never do. I just want to be able to be cool, calm, and collective, and just have a conversation and talk to the people. But I take 100% accountability. I'm going back to the drawing board. The Patreon that's coming out. I think the Patreon came out today. No, tomorrow. Patreon coming out tomorrow. Y'all see that I showed up to the Patreon and I talked about it. I just don't want to feel like I don't want to feel sabotaged because if I do, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Well,
I'm gonna lose it to no return.
I I don't know Joe personally or none of that staff, but I don't think that whatever they got going, I don't think their whole purpose is to sabotage you. But I just think that as long as you stick to whatever your game plan is, and trust that, regardless if other people are trying to influence you, you just stick to
Yeah.
that.
What I'm saying, no,
Then
but let me make it clear real quick. I want to make it clear because I don't want people to say, "Yo, oh, you making it clear because niggas is coming in here." There's nobody. Let me make it clear. When I say I don't want to feel sabotage, feeling sabotage to me is subjective, right? Like I am a manipulator. I am a narcissist. I am all these things. Highway. So in my mind, so in my mind, yo, please mute that, man. You're laughing at the wrong time. In my mind, I'm going to make an excuse, even though this may not be an excuse to make there. I'm just being honest.
hmm
So that's a part of me as a human being, and I'm working on getting better. So nobody could do anything wrong, right? Nobody could do anything wrong. Niggas just be like, yo, we did what you wanted us to do. We want to structure it a little bit because this is the product and we got sponsorship, or we want to pitch it to sponsors. We don't we and then if something doesn't go my way because it didn't go my way as I said it or as I asked for it to go, or you guys didn't accept what I asked, I'm gonna use that and say, "Oh yeah, niggas is trying to sabotage me," and they're not. I know they're not, but I'm just gonna use it to fuel me. It's a fuel mechanism. It's crazy. I'm bugged out, and I know it. I'm being
well,
honest. I'm being real. There's nobody in here to say, "Yo, Flip." I'm being real. I know it. I know that when I sit down and I think about it. And I like that wasn't, but this is what fuels me. I get fueled off of chaos. I get fueled off of negativity. I get fueled off of bullshit. And once I feel that way, like, oh, y'all niggas is playing with me because y'all didn't do what I asked y'all to do, then I'm gonna turn up. Now, whether to turn up in the bad or good way, I'm gonna turn up, nigga. And the product's gonna go out the fucking park.
okay.
I know it sounds crazy, right?
No, it sounds great, but I've been listening to you for years now. This is the QueenzFlip I know, so I understand it.
Yeah, exactly. You understand me exactly.
I
Thank you.
understand it, man. Just good luck with the show,
Thank you,
and I
brother.
look forward to seeing the growth. You know.
Thank you. Hey, yo, what up, Nick? Thank you, Earl.
Yeah, no problem,
Fat
man.
boy, what up? What's going on, man?
What'd you call me?
Fat boy, nigga. You know what you is, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
My fault. My fault.
Hey,
Pardon me.
hey.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick, Nick. Yeah, don't call me out my name. I don't know you. Pardon me, y'all. Yeah, I don't play like that. I don't know you. Anybody I don't know, don't come up here and call me out my name. I don't know you. I don't know you. Have a conversation. We talking about one thing. I'm not cool with you. I don't. The only Nick I know, he just came home, and I know another Nick that died, and he's my cousin. He passed away in Iraq. I don't know you. Don't call me out my name. I'm not Fat Boy SSC. My name is QueenzFlip. Especially if I'm talking about something structured. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
part
what
of
it
the
is.
rebrand. That's part of the
Yeah,
rebrand.
I'm not. I don't know you, but I'm gonna pack him up in a little bit. I'm gonna pack him up. See his page. Come out here. Yeah, I don't know you, homie. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about his mother. None of that. I'm not in those type of moods. Yo, yo, Lamar, what up?
Whoa, now what's happening with your QueenzFlip?
Chilling, what's popping?
Man, cool. And hey, man, I love the set for Improper Improv. I don't know what's going to be the next set, but that was fire. It reminded me of the break shit room where you was in there breaking shit and bringing the bands and shit in there. You heard me? So I like what you're doing, man.
Yeah,
And I can't wait to the next one. Are you gonna keep the same background or it's gonna change?
yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna keep the same set. I'm gonna keep the same set for now, and then I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it in the next couple episodes. Nigga,
Word, you heard me. Keep doing your thing though, Queens.
thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, bro. Hey, yo, what do you think? Hey, yo, Lamar, what do you think that we should have done different, in your opinion? If you
I
have any.
mean, I mean, it was your first one, so it was the shit was everywhere. So like you was just walking around. I like how when you walk around, you do got a camera that switch with you and everything. But I liked it. I just it's the first one back. Once you get down to how you want things to go, like how smooth it ran when you did it the first time on Joe Budden shit, especially with the wheel. Like y'all say, okay, no more callers, let's go to the wheel type shit. I think once you figure that out, it's all gonna be cool. But yeah, I'm watching, man. I'm watching and I'm a fan. You heard me on the whole pot.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. I like that. My man Lamar. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to Earl. Yo, the foot, what up? Bazooka Punch. Bazooka Punch. What was that?
Yo, what's up, Flip? How you doing, bro?
What up?
Man, salute. Love the show, bro.
I can't hear you. Your phone going up, brother.
Oh, damn, my fault. You got me?
Now I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What you said now?
Bet. I think what I loved
Yes, sir.
about the first set of live shows you did back with Joe in the old studio was you talked about topics. It was a little bit more topical and
Yeah.
not as much of the skit energy. Do you see yourself maybe getting back to more topical shit? Because I love to hear you talk shit, bro.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm getting back to. You know what I mean? Parks came up to me and Parks was like, yo, this is what we need to do. Parks had a solution. You know, when Parks came up to me. He wasn't.
True.
He was like, all right, Flip, we got to do this. Let's get back to the topics and then because what it is, I want to put topics out there, have people talk about it, make it be controversial, things I can't talk about on the
Yeah, go
podcast.
crazy.
Yeah, and then in the midst of that, then the antics come. Like it just has to be structured like that, like how it was before. Because like at the end of the day, I've been making a grand stand on Joe's platform of who I am. This is what I
For
do. This is
sure.
how I am. And I just wanted to come together to support my claims and my
No,
causes.
I feel you. I feel like your strategy has been dope, bro. Because like I got hip to you through the pod, but then I went back and found a lot of your content. You know what I mean? I subscribed to the page, YouTube, all that. I feel like a lot of people have.
Thank you.
But it's
Thank you.
yeah, of course, it's dope to watch you mature as a content creator. So I want to see Improper also mature a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
and talking shit about topical shit. Like, I would have loved to see y'all have a unfiltered talk about Dirk or some shit a little bit more from your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
so.
I agree. I'm with you, and you know, I'm working on it. We're gonna do better.
Bet. All right, salute, bro.
My brother, thank you.
Yo, Queens, I got one more question.
What up, Earl?
G Money, why don't you get him involved? You don't have to talk about it, but what's up with G Money?
We've been. G Money came the day before Improper launched. G Money has expressed to me that he's going to pull up to the studio and stuff like that. We're just trying to work on the time and how I want to do it. A lot of people ask me real quick. That's another thing. Shout out to G Money. People ask me, yo, even Wallow said like, yo, why you stop doing the interviews and stuff? Why you stop talking to people? And as a fan, when I was a fan of people stopping things at its height, I used to ask that same question. Yo, why would you stop, man? That shit was going good. But a lot of times on the inside, you don't know what's going on. I say that to say, like, I became mentally drained interviewing motherfuckers. Sitting down, talking to them niggas all day, it drained me out. I became drained. So then now, I want to be able to put something together so my man G when he come along, because he's been around me for a long time, I would it would be great. And I'll leave it at that.
There's certain elements of the quiet room that you can bring, when y'all were interviewing scammers and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I know. Chill.
Okay. I'll shut up.
Come
I'm
on,
out.
man. I'm on it. All right?
All right, I'm out.
All right. Yeah, come on, Earl. Do like that. All right, who's this guy? James, what up?
What's up, Flip?
What's going on?
Nah, for me, I fuck with you heavy, you heard? I just feel like this episode of Improper Improv, it was for me, it was good, it was entertaining and shit. You feel me? You got your point across that you're a rebel, you know? And I just feel like I wanted to be more structured, like how it was before, basically. Like you did your thing. I like the skit base, you feel me? Like you're trying to bring a different vibe to get us more entertained.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like you should just go with the topics and then come with your vibe, like who you are, because who you are is good, bro. You heard that? I said, like, from you're a great content creator. You do your thing, but you gotta just like make it more structured. I feel like we want to just see you be Flip, be that guy, bring the energy, bring crazy Flip. You feel me? Go crazy, okay? But we got to see you serious sometimes because you got good ideas. You be like talking on the pod. You get your point across. For me, we want to hear because sometimes on the pod we cannot hear you, bro. Realistically, we know.
True.
I see you trying to jump in on the pod, bro.
True.
I see
You're right.
this shit, right? And now you got your, you feel me? You got your light. You gotta just take advantage of this shit because you got it. Like we want to hear you now, Flip. You got the, you feel me? You got it. It's your time right now. We want to hear you. Everything you gotta say, like literally, no more. Nobody cutting you off. Nobody. You can't get your throat across. You gonna get everything across, bro. You just gotta pack this shit in. I don't know.
I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. I'm gonna do better. Hey, yo, I got something to say real quick. Everybody mute up. Let me just, cause I'm gonna bring everybody back. I like that. I like what he said. Hold on, y'all. I'm bring y'all back in 2 seconds, cause I want to be able to turn up. Hey, yo, listen. So, how can I put this? Yo, Earl, come back, Earl. I hope I didn't kick you out the room. I think that it's my maturity level isn't there yet where I'm comfortable with anyone from the JBP communicating with bloggers that say funny things about me. I'm just gonna get that out there. And when I mean JBP, I'm just talking about anything regarding improper improv. It was shared to me that Ian, Ian shared it to me himself. But you just get these messages and communicate with these guys, but it shouldn't be at my expense because in all reality, I stand on what I stand on. I'm still on that same type of time, and I'm even worse because I heard a video where a man that's not black, it's not black, it's not black at all, say that I had G money hanging in my closet. Um, and not maybe it wasn't meant to be in any way, shape, or form disrespectful or racist, but I think that a lot of times, the comfortability level, because I'm not gonna say niggas try to be racist, no, but I do feel like the comfortability level is there too much, and I don't want to entertain that. I'm just letting it, and I'm letting it be known. Um, I don't want to entertain it. I don't give a fuck about it. I do. When it comes to my email, I do listen because you learn these things and you listen. I do listen. I'm not gonna be one of the people. I don't listen. No, I listen when it comes to my email or if it's brought to my attention. But I just don't. I don't want to play around or have the team play around with anybody I don't really fuck with. Don't, especially not on my behalf. I'm just not on it like that. I don't want nobody to be involved in my show or talking points or advice. I'm not with none of that. So I had to get that out there. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I don't like that. And I'm gonna talk about that too. I'm gonna talk about content creators. Cause I'm a culture vulture. I am. I'm a culture vulture. So I come into to things and I do things, but I feel like if it wasn't for this bet, you know, at the time that I have it, I feel like that I'm still on that type time, and I feel like anybody who is really not a part of the culture, who don't understand the culture, because I'm a culture vulture, so if I didn't understand, I'll just go in somewhere and make it mine because it was easy for me to do, but I didn't misappropriate. I feel like we got to be mindful of what we say. I feel like a lot of times we say things to get a reaction instead of being respectful and saying, and not even fuck being respectful, just saying things where it won't land us in any disarray. Let me say that. It won't land us in anything where a nigga feel like, all right, when I see him, I'm going to break his jaw. When I see her or him, I'm going to pack him up. Niggas should just be able to express themselves, and there should be no limit on content. There should be no limits on what you can say. Sorry. There should be no limits on what you can say, but niggas should still understand the value of their voice. And saying that I got somebody hanging in my closet, and you're not black, and the man is black, and it's just distasteful. So I wanted to say that it's just nasty. It's nasty, and it'll get a nigga checked. I don't think anybody should say somebody's saying and do I think it's meant like that? No, I don't. But you give me opportunity to poke holes in your stories, and you give me opportunity to get at you and try to violate you in person. Don't give me that opportunity. Just keep doing what you do. It's a little bit, of my crazy brain. My fault, y'all. That's my crazy brain. I don't like that. Yo, my fault, Earl.
You good, man?
Yeah. So that's it, y'all. That's all I want to talk about. I just wanted to say that part right there. But other than that, nigga, we definitely good. We definitely good. I think that, is gonna be some order. Order. The numbers is doing good on Improper. Shout out to Improper. It's doing good. The numbers is up, which is great. Over 100,000, 110,000. It climbs every day. And I do appreciate you guys. I do appreciate you guys really, um, really showing me love. Yeah, numbers is up.
I got a question.
Sure.
So you're saying that you feel like as of right now, you're not at the maturity level to kind of let things like that slide, G Money in your hanging in your closet or shit like that.
Yeah, I'm not. No. Because here's the thing. I feel like when I was doing content, I'm just to be honest, when I was doing content, I had to go through the ups and downs. I had to see people in the street. I went through that. For the content, the type of content that I was doing. Our voices are powerful, and even though we don't mean something, if somebody don't like you, right, you could take the Charleston White route, and him and I went back and forth, but look how he has to move.
Mm-hmm.
He comes from that environment. If you don't come from that environment, you wouldn't know how to move because you're liable to get set up by a girl. You're liable to get tricked by a friend. You're liable to get you don't know. You just don't know. And I don't want to put limits on anybody's content because that's where it's going to go like that. No, I think anybody should say whatever they want to say. But I also think that, we had a conversation on the Patreon that's coming out. I also think that there's ramifications and there's consequences for what you say. You don't give a person like me or anybody else any type of same thing with the Esso nigga. When Esso said what he said, I'm not cool, but I'm not down. Like now I feel away. Say what you said. I don't like people be trying flip talk. I don't want to talk. Nah, my behavior is consistent. And while I'm not against having a conversation, right? But I feel like some things need to be done to make things move more smoother in the conversation. So that's how I feel. Like, am I going to get it? Maybe not. Right? You may not get it because that's not the world doesn't revolve around one person. Right? Everybody is who they are. I'm just saying that nobody should give a nigga like me the opportunity to poke holes in anything. Right? Like trying to be funny, playing around. Like nobody should do that, especially if I don't fuck with you. Don't give me no reason. Don't give me a reason. Just talk your shit, yo, nigga. Niggas ain't doing good. Do better. That's not a reason for me to get mad because that's how a nigga feel. But when you start saying personal jazz, I don't like it. And it's like, you playing. So yeah, I'm not mature yet, but I'm getting there.
Well, that was gonna be my question because I'm not really hip to the Esso thing. Like, you're talking about Esso Heidekin, that dude.
Yeah, him, yeah.
I'm not too hip to that. But my question is like, because I'm 36, about to be 37. We're close to the same age.
Sure.
What and I always try to look forward. I try to be forward looking into like how I can mature. Like, what's my next level of maturity and what's it gonna take?
Mm-hmm.
And so for you, what is your next level of maturity and what will that take from you to get there, to not let things like that affect you or for you to respond?
Good question. Incarceration.
Incarceration, we don't need that though.
I'm just saying, if you're asking me, I think that our environment creates us who we. I think that something drastic needs to happen. Our environment creates us. I was just in Queens yesterday, and I recorded the whole thing, and people were talking about my behavior and how I was, and some people were just acting like, yo, you crazy or you still crazy. Not, and we're not talking about no skit stuff. It's just as a person, and I had to reiterate to them that I changed. But then when I think about moments like this, or when I think about other moments, that I really change, or am I changing because it's convenient? Am I changing because it looks good? Am I following the steps that a lot of people follow, which is appease to the masses? Right?
Well,
Am I following those steps? Because there is a network and there is a platform for people who, whether we want to say if they get a lot of money or not, like, because some of them niggas be selling out shows, but there's a platform for people to say how they actually feel, right? So what am I doing? But I also, when I think about the maturity, right, a lot of things I take into account and consideration. My children, my family, my son. I wouldn't want my son acting like that, right? I wouldn't want JR fucking
Facts.
going around acting like that. So
Facts.
I do take things into consideration, but I think something drastic needs to happen where it don't really need to happen. I'm being funny, but I would just have to like feel like I want to change. I feel like I would just have to feel like that. I feel like in the content creator space, I've experienced a lot of turmoil. Flip the script wasn't easy. Like interviewing them gang members wasn't easy, right? If you go watch Flip the Script and all the blood niggas, they say I'm responsible for the YouTube Bloods. All them niggas, I gave them niggas YouTube channels. I sat in my studio and built YouTube channels individually for Killer Cab. I helped CK. I helped Soul B. These are the forefathers. In the while doing that, right, I had a lot of ups and downs, meaning arguments. Because them niggas is old school jail niggas, and I'm like, I'm mean, nigga. I ain't gonna tell you, nigga, that shit don't work on me, right? And certain things that I said, I had to stand on it. I had to either edit it or, like the same thing with Preem. Preem heard an interview that we did with Bimmy. Preem called me. Yo, I had to go to the studio. I had to fucking go to the studio. I had to sit there and wait for Supreme to call. Like shit like that, nigga. I don't want to go through no shit like that. And I'm talking crazy. I'm like, man, y'all niggas can't tell me what to do. Now I'm talking crazy. Then now, when I talk crazy, not saying I talked crazy to Preem, but to the people that was around it. So then now I'm talking crazy. And then now it's like, okay, cool. Uh, well, Preem can't get on the phone right now. or or now Nitty's calling me. Pre get on the phone right now. So now I wasted my whole time, and it's like it's just so much shit. Like I know I'm that's not how scattered that I'm. I'm talking scattered right now. That's how fucking the shit was happening, scattered all over the fucking place, just nuts. So then now it's just a bunch of situations, right? Like it's just a bunch of situations pertaining to the street shit. I was at the barbershop yesterday, and they were talking about that. Like, Flip, you're not in tune with these niggas. You're not in tune with Zip with the Drip, and you're not in tune. And I'm like, nah, I don't watch it, man. Like, I came from that. I want to remove myself from that because these things had such like it took a toll on me. It took a toll on me because I'm arguing. Niggas see my videos as me being a clown. Let's call it for what it is, and I'm not playing in person. So then now, same thing with Mecca Audio. Mecca Audio walked into my studio before the interview after doing 30 years. 30 years. Walked in my studio, said, yo, I'm not with none of those game shit you be playing with all them niggas up here. I'm not with that shit. I'm like, nigga, who are you talking to? What? Imagine that. You excited about the interview. I'm tired coming from Brooklyn. I'm in Manhattan. 54 Thompson Street, nigga, come in like, yo, nigga, I'm not with none of that shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you on, nigga. No, I'm not no clown. Before he sat down and did the interview, nigga. I said, yo, bro, we don't got to do this shit. We don't have to do it. Going back and forth. He apologized later and said that he was given the wrong information about me. And I said, no, you wasn't given the wrong information. I just changed. But these are the things that I had to experience. So when it comes to flip the script and doing interviews and shit like that, I don't want to do interviews. Even on the podcast, Joe would tell you I want to leave. Is it fair? No, because I'm not getting paid for that, but I want to leave. I don't want to sit down and talk to niggas. That shit is a headache. It's a headache for me. And because of the character that I built, a lot of these people see me, so they automatically not taking me serious. So if I want to talk about something serious, they're not taking me serious. I fuck with niggas like Styles P, right? I fuck with niggas like LL. I fuck with niggas that came up
but
there and
but then not to interrupt. I
yeah.
just want you to know, at least from my perspective, I think that's just all projection and what you feeling. These guys take you serious. You're in a position to where they can't help but take you serious. They may they may laugh with you and joke with you and know where your foundation came from, but Joe ain't fucking with you and not taking you serious, and the industry takes you serious.
I can't.
I think that I think your next level of maturity is gonna have
Well,
to.
I have to disagree. Now, Joe taking me serious is different because Joe understands it. That's different. He's a different person. This nigga built this shit from nothing. He understands. Like he sees some of me in him. So his situation is different. I get mad at that nigga a lot, but I can't compare him to anyone else of how he handles his business, and especially with dealing with me. Right? I can't. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I couldn't. He always said, "Nigga, you wouldn't. I wouldn't deal with a nigga like me." He sees something bigger, and that's him. That's the credit to him. But that's not true what you're saying, because niggas from the first of all, I was banned from a lot of places. I was barred, and second of all, they say it. Joe would tell you, them niggas like, "Yo, man, I thought you was gonna do this shit. I can't believe you." They only saw me. How can I say? They saw me in a controlled environment, able to navigate through it when I got on the podcast. These niggas ain't want to. Some of these niggas ain't want to sit down. And the only time they did want to sit down is when they want their content to go viral, right? So if you did a video with Flip, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have you try to, because I didn't care about who looked good or who looked bad. I didn't care about that. I didn't care if you look good or bad. If I look bad, I don't care. Like, I'm on some WWE shit. So if you want to fight me and toss me around, cool. I'm down with that. So 9 times out of 10, that happened. They'll get a lot of views, and it will show, even if it didn't go viral, but it will show a rise or a spike in their what they're trying to do, their content. That's how I was able to make money. But a lot of times I did it so well that niggas thought that shit was real. Like, Ray J was the first nigga to tell me, like, "Yo, Flip, Ray J tried to give me a meeting with a company in LA to do a TV show. Flip, you come off uncontrollable. Tell people that is scripted." I didn't want to, like, nigga, no. No. Like, I came from watching Jackass and all that shit. Like, that's where I came from. No, I don't want to tell people it's scripted. Because some of the shit in the beginning was not scripted. Did it start getting scripted? Yes. But some of it is not scripted. I don't want to tell people, but and he ended up being right to a certain extent. I got to give Ray that. You know what I mean? He always say when he see me, like, "Yo, Flip, man," he ended up being right to a certain extent. People were afraid. Hey, yo, when I did that video I did for BET with with Kim Osorio, nigga, BET was mad. I was on the Joe Budden podcast at the time. I don't know if you remember. Like, I walked past Kim and I flipped the table over and had millions of views. BET was mad. Nigga, BET, the nigga, the email. I never talked about it on there because I wanted to shoot at them because they was playing. I felt that they were taking long to pay me, even though it was a good check. They were taking long, but niggas was mad, nigga. Like, yo, what the fuck? And he on Joe shit. They was like, he was thrown off. Like, they were just thrown off because I guess they changed CEOs or whoever. Like, it came from the top person. Even though it did numbers, even though it brought attention, some people don't want to take that chance. So then now it's like, yo, he can't come back here for real. Yo, he banned for a little bit. Or we don't want, like, it's the shit. You don't understand.
But that's where this maturity and the work comes in of what you're doing. Like, if you're talking about Jackass, like somebody like Steve-O if you're talking about being taken serious, it took him a long time to transition over to where he's at now, where I think people do take Steve-O serious as a interviewer or as just somebody who creates content. But it took a long time, and it took him trusting the process of that, like trusting that the work I'm doing now, 3, 4, 5 years from now, people will take me more serious in this new lane that I'm trying to navigate. I think that for you, when I say people take you serious, they take you serious for what you can do. Like, they know they sit next to you, you know how to make things go viral. You know how to invoke emotion from somebody sitting down next to them. That's what they know of you. Whatever you're trying to transition to, that's not going to just happen overnight. It's not going to happen.
No, I'm aware of that. I get
within a year. It's going to take consistency from your part and just being patient and understanding, like, they may have looked at me this way a couple years ago, but the way I'm moving now and how I'm moving now, and just because they know what my history is, there's no way that they're not going to take me serious moving forward. I just got to keep putting in the work and showing and proving. That's all I'm saying.
And I appreciate that. And thank you. And sometimes that's what it takes.
For sure, Flip. He's Earl's right. Like, I think what I just kept hearing and everything you were saying and a lot of what he was saying is like, it's so much about security and being secure and like where you at now. Like all that old shit happened, right? And I feel you like there's so much to move past and there's so much going on and it's chaotic, but like you're at a different level now. And I feel like I've heard Joe say that on the pod a bunch. I feel like I've heard everybody say that to you. But like you're just at a different level of content creation and like, even just being like a man, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you embracing that is just a decision to make consistently, but like it's just a decision you have to
Nah,
make, right?
and I have. I mean,
For sure.
I've embraced it. I mean, you know, on the QueenzFlip page, the content is extremely different, right?
But
It's not.
I watch you a lot, and like a lot of times you decide, like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's amazing when you do that. But sometimes, like, at the same time, like, we want to see. I feel like there's a decision for you to make in any given moment to be like, all right, I'm him now, or like, I'm about to do this old shit again.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nah, I'm definitely on this new journey. What I'm doing, man. I don't have the energy to do the crazy. It's just not in me no more, right? I'll be controversial conversation wise, but it's not in me to do that. I don't have that shit in me no more. That energy, I hate it.
No, for sure. And I just had a daughter, so I already know, like,
Yeah, like, I
your
hate
kids
that
getting
shit.
older. You ain't got time for this shit. You got to argue with them about shit.
Yeah, like, yo, listen, like to me, and I didn't think this until I got like that's what I'm saying. Like, and I want to stress this because I'm not gonna pretend. A lot of times we pretend, and I'm a team player, so, but I'm not gonna pretend. I do have my issues about a lot of things, and that's just me, who I am as a human being. That's my makeup, my DNA. But I have to say, like, being around people, even if I don't want to be around them all the time, being around motherfuckers that say like, "Yo, you gotta have some structure," or "Yo, you gotta do shit like this." It motivates you in a way. So then now you think like, okay, what's my end goal? I didn't have an end goal. One of my goals was, yo, I want a television show. That's my goal. Like, yo, I want to be on TV because I got there so much times. I was supposed to do the shit with Jerry for the Jerry Springer shit. I was supposed to do that. I got there so much times and I dropped the ball and I still kept it moving. I didn't let it affect me. I wasn't sad about it. I mean, you know, I was disappointed, but I kept it moving. But now it was like a goal. Okay, what do I want to do? What is the message I'm trying to put out there to the people, to the masses, to the public, to the world? So that's where I'm at now, right? That's where I'm at now, and it feels good to have that structure. But you know, I wouldn't have. Well, it would have took me longer to get there if I wasn't in the situation I was in now. So then now you start to see things, and now I just want to be able to have fun and live, man. I don't want to be. I don't want to be angry, right? I don't want to be angry and disappointed in things. I want to just have fun. I want to do shit with my son. I want to fulfill my obligations. I want to fucking just do that. That's it.
For sure. I feel like I'm a big WWE fan too, so I know that's a huge inspiration for you. And
Exactly.
like and the character is always you turned up to 10, right? Like that's what they always say about the wrestler. So I feel like that's a
Yes.
big thing for you. But also like at the same time, as they age and as they learn, like think about Roman Reigns, like his shit, he be chilling half the time. Like
Yes.
he's in control. And so
Yes.
I feel like it's organized chaos, controlled rage, all that shit. And so you're there. You're there. I'm just
I mean, I mean,
it's dope to see you get there.
yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much, man. I definitely appreciate that. I definitely, you know, the next step is to just figure out what I'm trying to do with improper improv and structure it a little bit and just, you know, entertain the people. And that's just what it is. I don't. My man asked me earlier, you know, would I ever get to the level of maturity where things don't bother me? And it's like I will. I mean, I will one day. I will. I will. But I was saying earlier when I went on tangent, it's like I've experienced a lot of ups and downs when it comes to this content space. I've experienced a lot talking shit and saying things. So I feel like when I hear, and I ignore it too, but when I hear somebody like, "Yo, You got to get G Money, man. You got him somewhere hanging in the closet. I don't like that. Like, nigga, all right, come on now, enough. First of all, G Money's an adult. It's my man, and on top of it, you're not black. You talking about some hanging shit. You give me a reason to poke holes in your story. Shouldn't give me those reasons. I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but you shouldn't. A nigga like me, you should not make me. Cause now I'm like, I know how to utilize the internet. I know how to make shit look. Yeah, I know. I just I feel like people should just be more mindful of what they say. If you're gonna diss somebody, diss them. That's it. Just be more mindful.
Well, back to improper improv,
Yes,
and this is only something that you can answer.
sure.
But do you feel like you are as, I don't know what the right word is. I would say maniacal, or as diligent with the show as you can be? I think that you're so used to doing it the way you do it, which is just kind of flying off the cuff. Not saying you never prepared. I don't want to come across
I
like
don't
that,
prepare. No, you're right. No, I don't
but
prepare.
it does come across that way. And I think for you to take it to where you want to take it to, you're gonna have to it's gonna have to be a more level of preparation, organization, and just being maniacal about the content and how you want it to be.
All right, but hold on. I do agree and I understand what you're saying, right? So
Yeah.
when I didn't prepare last year, but I had notes on the board, so I guess that's a form of preparation, right? Like, so yeah,
Yeah.
I did. This time, I take 100% accountability. Like I said, tune into the Patreon. I was there on the Patreon. I wasn't there on the episode. I came back for the Patreon. Tune into the Patreon, and I take my accountability. I just need a little bit more control, and I know you. I just need more control. Um, I spoke to Parks. I spoke to Erickson as far as that how I should be prepared. I just need
Hmm.
more. I just need more control as far as like what I want to do and how I want to do it. I don't want no like I told you earlier when I first came on here. I want. I wanted to play ball.
Yeah.
Meaning, I've been giving these niggas so much trouble, giving them my ass to kiss in a way. It's like, let me just be cool and listen to what needs to be done, and it's just cool. It's cool, right? But if I'm not in creative control, I start to get fidgety. It's like a nigga on crack. I start to get fidgety and start to overthink, and I don't want to be in that position. You know what I mean? And that's just what
Hmm.
it is. So I'm trying to find a medium, right? I'm down to work and I'm down to listen and understand, but I just need to have creative control of how I want to be, how I want to be, um, how I want the public to see me, what I want to put out there as a content creator and as an influencer. Yeah. I don't want no gay jokes. I don't want none of that shit. I don't want to play around with that shit. I don't like that shit. Yeah, I don't like that gay shit, man. Not gay shit like that, but I don't like the gay jokes. I don't want to do all that. Like I'm staying to explain to this stupid ass doctor or whatever he was. Like I don't like. You think y'all niggas think I came up with that? Anybody that thought it's got to be
You
a
can,
fucking asshole.
you could call him an actor, Flip.
Well, yeah, he is an actor.
He wasn't no damn doctor, bro.
No, he wasn't. But at the same time, also I was mad too. Like how would niggas know he's an actor? Like, but y'all saw it. I just hope
Because
if you,
niggas have been to therapy, or I mean,
Yeah,
uh,
that part.
we kind of,
yeah, I never been to therapy, so I wouldn't know.
yeah. It's you could just tell, but it's nothing wrong with that if the structure and preparation is probably a little bit more buttoned down. Then
True.
that can work, But
I don't want it. How
okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I don't want that.
I,
I want the preparation and structure. This is how I want it to be. I want it to be, and I'm gonna tell you because I've been thinking about this a week, and I've been thinking about this. I want it to be is that I go, I introduce like the old flip the script days, nigga, interviewing the scammers and all that crazy shit, like putting niggas on like cheaters and shit like that. But
yeah,
structure,
yeah.
structure, like conversation. This is what's going on. That's because things I can't talk about on the pod because I'm live too. Things that they can clip up. Things that of course we have rules up there. We're not going to highlight domestic violence and stuff like that, and anything that hurt children, but things that I can talk about freely. Told you earlier that Joe has a product that he's pushing out there, and when it comes to the JBP, the Joe Budden podcast, he worked hard and built a lot of equity into it to have anybody come in and just do what they want. But they allow me to understand. That's why I get a nigga credit. Because even with my frustration, I can see through it. Like they understand. Like this nigga want to do what he want to do. He want to say what he want to say. Let's give him the free space to do it. I still know my limits. I want to be the master line pusher. I want to go right to the edge of the mountains. So that's what I want to do. I don't want to be there. Because improv, right? If you think about improv, I'm supposed to adjust. So I get it. I get wanting to adjust. You're supposed to adjust as improv, nigga, anything that come up, but I don't like all that shit. Playing around, I'm sitting here explaining why I'm not gay and all that stupid shit, man. I'm like, come on, man, shut the fuck up, nigga. I should have me tight. That niggas laughing. I was dead. I was
I
mad.
feel you. I feel you.
No, I saw it. We saw it.
You was
I was
definitely
tight.
pressed, bro.
My head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that shit, I don't like. Yo, see, I don't want to think about that shit because I get mad, bro. I don't like that shit. I just need to. I want to talk about topics. Parks show a different side of Parks. Parks show a different side of himself. Bring some different people up there. Prostitutes. Get into why they did what they did. Do what they do. Have a chef up there. Come up there. Yo, I want some food. Cooking. Learn about the culture.
For sure.
And like that. That's what I want to do. That's what I mean. Improper improv. Like I don't want it to be antic based. Anybody that does the antics, I bring the niggas up there to do the antics. I'm not getting down with a pig. I'm not fucking kissing a parrot. That's not my thing. Not doing that. Woody, my man, Woody's great. He don't mind doing that. Yo, Woody is really great. I don't understand. I don't think I understand how great Back Woody is. A lot of people are fucking with Back Woody. And but Woody has 1 million views on my platform. He just got 1 million views, over 1 million. He was on World Star, where he put a fake dick in his pants and had the girls touch it, and they accusing the women of sexually harassing him. Like he's willing to push the line, and I appreciate that. That's why I brought him on there. Like, y'all want him on there. I want somebody. Y'all want to do this fucking spin the wheel shit. I don't mind doing some of it, right? But I'm gonna bring somebody to do it fully.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
now, did you do pre-pro for this episode? I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm asking a
yeah.
bad
No,
question.
no. We did pre-production. If I get into it, it's gonna get me mad. We did pre-production, but you think I knew that fucking guys would come out some spank? I mean, some gay stuff?
I salute, but
Yeah, see, you got me mad.
I'm not trying to flip. I feel you, but I just feel like with the pre-pro, right? So you did some, but with that comes the control. And you keep talking about not having the control, and I'm like, man, well, how do you not have the control over your shit? Like,
Well,
you know,
but it's not about not having control. Like it's a team effort. So I told you earlier today, it's a team effort. I told you earlier today that when I've been causing so much havoc up there. Like, yo, y'all don't understand. Improper improv is stopped. Like, I've been causing so much havoc that on my journey, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just be cool. Ian would tell you. Ian would come to me like, yo, damn, like, where this new company? I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna just play ball. I'm on a new journey. Let me play ball. Let me just be cool. How I be cool. I don't want no. I don't want to give a headache. Yo, y'all want to do this? I'm gonna try it because that was my thing. It was like, yo, you're not trying things. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. Right. And so it's not that I don't have control. I'm fully aware of what's going on. But I
for
think
sure.
what it is that it's because I'm using the wrong word. I want to be
You want to be flexible. You
I
want to
want to be
be.
flexible. No, I want to have 100% creative control.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I mean. Like
autonomy.
I have control. Yeah, I want to have 100% of. Okay, this is. I don't want no surprises because any surprises. Now, if it was the old me, I would have tossed the doctor out on the floor, and I was kind of thinking of it too. I'm like,
Great content.
nah. It'll be great, but now it's also a lawsuit,
Yeah, for sure.
right? Like I would have like, yo, man, get out, get out, man. I would have tossed him out, get out, but
They
or the
said that's
actor.
why Ian walked out. I
The
don't know.
actor. Like get out, bro. Like you bugging. Like get out. Cause I was getting a little, but 100% creative control is that okay? I'm fully aware what's going on. I know this. I want to get him out of there. And then the phone shit. They depend. That's why I'm saying I got to take accountability because they depended on me to have the phone together, and I didn't. I thought, I didn't have the phone. These new iPhones, what I was able to do before is turn off call waiting so it wouldn't beep. And then now it beeped through. So I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand if I didn't do it through the Google Voice, but it's just figuring it out. When I had the girl come up there, man, the girl came up there, and what did she do when she came up there initially? She sat on vibrating panties. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the hoes, man, and the flip shit, man. The women, the beautiful women, the women that think that they all that. I want to get to that. Just and then with some food and some fun. And that's it. I'm not doing no antics, and I mean the set is fire. I want to keep the sets, yes, but just want to get back to that. Like when I first got there to the podcast, I didn't mind doing antics because that was my thing. But I'm past that shit. Just past it mentally, and that's
Well,
it.
the cool thing is, as much as the havoc as you say you causing up there, they still allowing you to create and do you. So
Yeah.
so so to me, it seems like don't 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 allow yourself to overthink or to compromise what you're trying to create because you feel like, oh, I've been doing this and now I just want to, like you just said, I want to play ball. I don't want to be too much of a headache. You up there for that reason, not to do the antics, but you're up there because, like you said earlier, Joe sees something in you that he saw in himself, which is somebody who's very creative and very stubborn in his creation and just wants to fucking succeed. So I would say just continue to follow that route. Like
I
don't let
appreciate that.
nobody
I appreciate
interrupt.
that. Side note, that shit is draining though, but I appreciate that, and that's why you get your health together. Yo, Joe had gave me some advice, like, yo, nigga, man, get your health together, bro. He told me that one day, even though he act like he trying to get his shit together, but he told me that, like, yo, get your health together. Are you sleeping? Are you eating right? Like, while I was arguing with him one time, that still plays into my mind. As I get older, my knees start moving around fast. I was like, oh, nigga, what the fuck going on with me? Like, yeah, but because I want to travel, and I want to like the shit I'm doing, the shit I do for the channel. I want to be able to show the growth and me trying new things. That's where I'm at. Like, I really want to. That's what makes me happy, and a happy flip leads to a more comfortable environment and a comfortable flip. And let me tell you something. Like, it's not that I'm not appreciative. I took the day off Friday and I sat there because I was just mad about Improper, and I could have had Jr. deal with no, actually Jr. couldn't have dealt with the appliance people, but I was just like, damn, like, and I just wanted to just think. But then when I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, like, I start to feel better.
Hmm.
Or like, yo, man, you got work to do. Like
Yo, what?
the shit. Hold on, the shit with Tiana happened. That was great. I'm getting calls, and I'm like, like I'm like, yo, you got work to do, man. Like, get your ass up and go support the team. And I did. Like, and then I remember like the sacrifice that Joe be putting in, right? And he said some shit to me the other day that I thought about again, because I be thinking about shit. I be in the house thinking. He was like, yo, I can tell you, my man, and nothing you could do that's gonna affect me. I said, how? I think he said it on a Patreon. I don't know if it came out yet. He like, yo, when we was beefing and going at it, you didn't go on Instagram. Not one time it disrespected me. Like, that shit meant something because it's true,
Hmm.
right? Like to hold it down. Like, you ain't disrespect me. You ain't say nothing. We wasn't talking. For him to acknowledge that, for him to have a wow moment amongst himself, to even acknowledge that shit was dope for me. So I thought about that too. I'm like, man, get the fuck up and go, man, and go support the team, nigga. And I got up and I went and did the Patreon. Shit got a little crazy, a little bit. Got with J Ball and shit. Got a little crazy. Not with me and him, but I did the Patreon. Yeah. So my fault. I went on a little spill. Yeah. What up, Furious? What up,
Yo, what up, Flip? What's good with you?
Poppins?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. I wanted to ask about, we talking improper.
Sure.
You know, how you feeling after the first episode? Because I wanted to
You were
mainly
in there. You were in here laughing. You know how I feel about it. Get to it.
come
You were
on,
in there
man.
laughing.
So what's the thought process behind the set? The One Piece. I didn't really see you talk about too much anime, but you
Sure.
got a full One Piece set. You
Sure.
don't think you're gonna have to change that at a certain point?
Are you saying I should change it or I should talk more about anime?
I think if you're gonna keep it, yeah, talk about anime. But if you're not really going deep dive into anime like that, you might as well change it because people in the comments were saying it looked like a SpongeBob set. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Both. Do you know that? Do you know that the anime community, which is a big community, you know how happy they were to see that?
Yeah, but that's just like blind
No buts.
following, you
No
know, because
buts.
they.
No
Well,
buts.
yeah,
No
because
buts.
I mean,
Is
I
it?
watch anime, so yeah.
Do you
Obviously,
know?
I know
Do,
what the set is, but
okay,
you
hold
didn't
on.
really get busy with the
Now
anime talk. So
yeah, but hold on. I'm about to. Do you know how excited they were? As I'm asking you, by seeing One Piece on a Joe Budden podcast, do you know how excited they were just optically?
yeah, out of the
Okay,
whole thing, that was the win I gave you, the set design in the comments,
cool.
because
Okay, cool. All right, let's all not get nervous because I'm getting a little nervous here. Do you know? You know, in the groups they're talking about that, like in Japan and shit, they sending that shit around and shit like that, and they sending it around like, look, this guy's a fan. Now, yes, I would agree with you. Your flip, you ain't talk about it, but I'm saying like the goal that I wanted to accomplish got accomplished. I dropped the ball, you know, in the talking points because there was so much going on, but my goal got accomplished. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to explain to you about that. I wanted to be around. I wanted them to, like when I did the Sanji video years ago, where's Sanji? And I was going crazy how I went to Japan and it was I want them to talk about it. That was my goal to show because I have something that I'm trying to do. So to answer that question, I do feel like it needs to be talked about, and if we're not going to talk about it, but my goal got accomplished by it being spreaded by Joe Budden platform being big, and the people who are anime fans and the people who created anime are sharing it in different countries. That's for that.
I respect it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Another thing, do you
What's
feel
up,
like
baby? Talk to me, baby.
you and Shammy's moment got stepped on by this bad bits of the therapist? Because we all knew that was a comedian. So, but you and Shammy's moment kind of coming back together, I feel like it. And I got this from my boy, the Stop, Big Stop. You know, he said y'all moment got stepped on, and I watched it again. I was like, damn, y'all didn't really get to nothing, bro. So we got you and Shammy in the same room, and y'all getting comedic bits off from a therapist.
What's the question? Because you just shout out. You wanted to shout out to Stop.
Yeah, that
Facts.
was
Did you and did
But hold on,
you?
wait. Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question. Why did you just do that?
Because it's not my talking point. I heard it from Danny himself, so I got to give him his props. He woke it up, and then I had to go back and rewatch. And I'm like, oh shit, you and Shammy really didn't talk about shit. The comedian was getting his bits off.
Yeah, okay, but why did you do that though? Like, you did it because you know that I don't rock with the gentleman. You know that I just finished coming up here saying that I felt like he said that I had a black man hanging in my closet, right? Like I just said that earlier. Like, yo, he shouldn't have
Oh
said
shit, I
that.
didn't even hear that before. I ain't gonna
Hold
hold
on,
you.
brother. But then you come up here and while I'm ready to engage, and I am going to engage, while I'm going to engage, you had to say that. You don't got to do that, man. But okay, shout out to you. Okay, it's just talking
No,
point.
it's not like that. It's just as a creator myself, if I'm using somebody else's point, I just
You
like
want
to
to
give
talk?
them
Okay, I got
props.
you.
That's
Okay,
all it
yes.
is.
Shampoo moment got stepped on. Yes, Joe acknowledged that on Patreon already.
Oh damn,
Patreon coming
I
out
ain't even
tomorrow.
watched that, bro. I'm just trying to get your thoughts about it. Like I guess this is a bigger question. Is
Yeah,
Shammy gonna be a permanent on the show?
Yes and no. Yes and no. He's going to be a staple on there. Yes, I do plan on having him on because I do want to get our moment back. But also, Shampoo is his own man, his own entity, right? So we have to be able to work out the kinks. But I would love for Shampoo to be a permanent fixture on the show. But I still have other things to do. And Shampoo is unhinged. I have to get my unhinged self together first before I can deal with somebody else unhinged. But Shampoo, the moment was stepped on. And I feel like we need to redo that moment and have a conversation about what we need to have a conversation about. Yes.
Salute.
So I wasn't, you know, I was aware of the therapist. the actor or whatever y'all want to say. I was aware of that, but I wasn't aware of his talking points. I wasn't aware of that. So talking points kind of threw me off and shit like that. And I wanted to get the shampoo because I wanted to talk. I wanted me and shampoo to talk on Improper about everything. I wanted him to be open because I wanted to be open about everything. I wanted to bring my Flip the Network guys in last, like later on. I wanted shampoo to talk about everything. Like, all right, where went wrong? How many years? I saw you do this and that. I really wanted to have those moments. But even Parks kind of got a little frustrated at Parks because he came in and like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. It's like I had to let him know, like, get back to, you know what I mean, like adjust a little bit. And I understand what Parks was doing because it's supposed to be entertainment, right? We got all these people here, we got these pigs here, these animals here. It's supposed to be that, but nah, I wasn't. I have to take 100% accountability. It's nobody to blame but myself. At
Just
all. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And it's not nothing. The numbers is doing good. It's at 110,000. It pops up on my feed.
can I
The
can I
people.
give you some pushback on that?
Give me a second. On what? The views?
Yeah.
Sure.
You think 100,000 for you and that entire cast is a good thing?
Yes.
I mean, I understand CPMs and revenue and
You asked
AdSense.
me. You
So
asked me a question. I'm basing it off of how much money I make on YouTube, which is a lot more than the creators that you support. And I'm telling you that because of the algorithm and things change, and a lot of long form content is now coming back because the streamers are taking over, and they're taking it to Twitch and Kick, and only a handful of people like what's the name Speed is
yeah, I'll
able
show
to.
speed.
Yeah, he's able to conform and do the long form content. That is good for a 2.5 hour show to get to 110,000 views in 3 days. Yes, if you're asking me, because I know how the system works. And on top of that, when you type in QueenzFlip, Joe Budden, if you type in our names, Improper's not popping up instantly like that, right? So the algorithm has to kick in. So yes, I do think that it is. I do think that is great. Yeah, if you asking me based off my experience and understanding how the system works. Do I think the content could be better? Of course. But if if you understand the CPM, you understand how all that shit go. Like only speed. I don't know. Whatever he did, Speed got them niggas watching for a long time. And that shit means something to
He,
fucking YouTube. I don't know what
he
he's doing.
he got a younger audience. His audience got to be anywhere from 9, 10, 11, 12 years old up
True,
to 18.
true,
So you're working
true. And
with a different.
I
But
want that. I
usually,
want that audience.
usually the young audience's attention span ain't there. It's you want.
Yeah, but no, but that's what we think. But now, it's so Shout out to the nigga Furious because he's right. Like the younger audience, we think is not there, but them niggas is watching Casanat. 100,000 to 200,000 people is watching them for 5 hours straight. Imagine that. Imagine that one time niggas is just watching straight. 100,000 people to 200,000 people watching straight. So the youth or whatever these fucking phones did, it has changed how
Yeah,
the
bro.
how the youngins consume the content.
Yeah, it's the millennials that don't got an attention span. Niggas got responsibilities, kids, jobs, spaces. So yeah, the young
You
kids, they
got it.
locked in on the
There you
iPads.
go. You got it. And that's what we had to learn. I've been learning that, man. Yo, you said it right. I've been learning that. So nigga, I've been learning that. So knowing what I know, I think it did great. Like I think the number wise is great. Now you can say where the numbers came from. People was looking forward to it, or you can say where the numbers came from, or like that. We could have that conversation at another time. But like view wise, I think it's gonna get to it's gonna get where it need to go. You know what I mean? It's gonna get where it need to go. Once it hopefully gets it's gonna get to where it need to go. Well, yeah.
My only pushback on the youth thing, not to say that, because I think Furious is right. I'm not saying that you
Shout
shouldn't try
out
to, yeah, you shouldn't try to get that audience, but Joe Budden's podcast audience listens to a 4 hour podcasts twice a week. You know what I mean? Like the podcast listeners, I'm a heavy podcast listener for the past 15 years, not just on Joe Budden podcast, but numerous podcasts. I
Okay.
consume that. And so for me, somebody like me, I got
Mhm.
the attention span to watch whatever you deliver in 2,
True.
3, 4 hours if it's engaging. You know what I mean?
True.
So I don't think you necessarily have to or feel like you need to shoot for the youth. You should want to get a very big audience, but the audience you have already there for your audience and Joe Budden's audience, we are primed to be here for 3, 4 hours being entertained. At least most of us. We got jobs and shit, but at the end of
Great,
the day,
great,
like,
great, great response. So I was thinking more from a selfish point of view. I wasn't speaking about Joe.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I wasn't speaking about. Not one time that I like them niggas. You think I want to sit there for 3 fucking hours? Them niggas do so much. No, I'm not speaking about. He got that shit online. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about a completely different animal and the type of content that I'm doing. Right, like if you watch the CPM, shit, there's so much to get into. Okay, he had built this. He have set it up. This nigga's a genius. He have set it up in a way where that happens. Like people will watch it in its entirety, right? And if it's entertaining, and some people, they use the skip button and shit like that. He follows and tracks his algorithm and his analytics. I was speaking from a more QueenzFlip brand and the type of content that I'm doing and want to do, right? Like if you see the content that I'm doing or want to do and people are traveling, them niggas cut 24-hour shit into 18-minute videos, right? You have to look at your analytics and shit like that. And so the audience that I have, the ones that like the ones that like the ratchet shit and the crazy shit, if you're not getting straight to the point, they're not gonna sit there and watch that shit. Zeus Network, when you watch Zeus, they show the clip of a nigga getting punched in the face, right? And they show it gotta be action, boom, 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 no dead spots, no dead spots, right? So the audience, Joe audience, the audience that I had initially, or like it's different now that the audience have integrated. Now I have to switch it up, and I've been working on that. And I do want younger audience as well. I do want younger audience as well. They watch for a longer time, and I'm able to get some shit off with the with the Joe audience. You got to have some form of maturity. You think I want to be mature all the time? Yeah, I can get some shit. You think I want to be mature all the time? They go, oh, I heard you said that. Them niggas fact check. Nobody got no time for fact checkers. I have no time for that. Nigga be fact check. I gotta go back. I got a headache like that. I said that like the youngest you get shit off. Like, oh, he just did that. Oh, nigga wildin'. You get it off. It's a manipulation game. So I know what I'm saying. With Joe shit, you have to be more structured. Joe audience, they're not gonna let me get away with just sitting there. Look at, give you an example. You watched, you watched Improper. You saw at a point when I was stuck and I stopped, right? And I was just staring, right?
Yep.
The younger audience, that happens all the time, so they understand that. They'll laugh about things around. Y'all audience, yo, what the fuck, nigga? You standing there looking stupid, you got nothing to say. Yo, Flip. Them niggas adults. Y'all adults, man. And how many times do I have to be told about how I should navigate on a show from adults? So, and I said how many, not how much. Look, yeah, see? I learned that from y'all. So that that was a conscious effort. How many? Ain't that shit? Yeah. So but it's it's shout out to Furious. It's a learning experience, man. Like it's a learning experience. I'm getting ready to turn back up. I do want to have a meeting. I do want to have a conversation. I'm gonna have a conversation this week. And I think I've been in my studio. I just been in the studio just thinking. If I can show you the camera, I got 4 screens open. If I can show you what I'm doing, like I'm just sitting here. I got 4 screens open, 2 laptops, the big iMac, and another screen watching my security camera.